Okay, so welcome to another tutorial. This one is on the elements of democracy. This one's kind of meant to be the inaugural tutorial to get everyone acclimated to these segments and to the purpose and mandate of From A to Z. And that is the promotion of a healthier democracy in Canada, one person at a time, by providing tutorials for Canadians to use to become better acquainted with Canadian institutions and processes of government. So really, what better place to start than at the beginning? And at the beginning of any political or governmental tutorial has to be democracy, because that is what we have here in Canada. We have a democracy. It forms the basis of our system, and it comes from the Greek words meaning the people rule. There are 8 essential elements of democracy, and in this tutorial is where we'll explore them. So besides the basic notion of the people rule in a representative democracy like ours, and that is where we elect representatives to look after our interests, at the heart is the rule of law. So the rule of law requires that everyone follow the same law, and essentially it means that everyone under the law, from rich people to poor people to the prime minister to the citizens who vote for their MPs, everyone is affected, and the law applies to everyone equally and in the same way. And not only are we affected by the laws in the same way, but the laws apply to us in the same way, but we're also protected by those laws in the same way. There should be no difference regardless of who you are in society, what you do. The law protects all of us, applies to all of us, and it also means that everyone should be aware of the laws, and that the government is even subject to the laws of the land. Human dignity, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. It just essentially means that citizens should protect and uphold the dignity of all people, and our society should work as a collective toward ensuring human dignity, protecting the weak, and helping the poor, and all of those ideas are within this specific element. So now in Canada, we have certain fundamental freedoms, and some of these fundamental freedoms can be classified as political freedoms. Such things as the ability to speak freely, to create groups and associations, to vote without being intimidated, to run for office if we'd like. These freedoms are codified or listed in the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which is entrenched into our Constitution, the Constitution Act. Now, political equality, or just basic equality, is also codified in our democracy and in our Constitution as well. In a democracy, every citizen has the same rights and privileges as all other citizens, and such things are as the right to vote, the right to run for political office. We're all equal. We all have the ability to do the same things, politically or otherwise. And also at the heart of the democracy is the idea that everything the state commits itself to, and every citizen should work towards this idea of the common good. That is, what will make the most people safe, secure, and happy. What is in the best interest of our society as a people, the best interest of Canada as a whole. And that there should be some sense of responsibility to care for others in our communities and in our country, in order to better our communities, our provinces, our country. So I mentioned that we had certain political freedoms, and that they were fundamental There are also personal freedoms, which are fundamental as well. Such things include the ability to enjoy freedom of expression, the freedom to practice your own religion. These freedoms are codified or listed in the Charter of Rights and Freedoms as well. Now, this element here, being informed and getting involved, is so important to ensure a thriving and vibrant democracy. Opening dialogues with each other and with our political representatives, debating the issues, understanding the issues, and researching them if we don't understand them. It means participating individually and together in issues that shape our communities, our provinces, and our country. Democracy, as I said, means people rule. In order for the people to rule, we need to ensure that we get involved in our communities through volunteerism and ensuring that our political representatives are accountable to us. And we can only do that by being informed and getting involved in the process. Finally, we have respect. And this is pretty straightforward as well, or at least it should be. We should show respect to each other and respect the rights of other people and have our rights and ourselves respected by others as well. So there you have it, the 8 essential elements of democracy. We'll see you in the next tutorial.